Do you love chocolate? And I mean, you really love chocolate. You love it so much that you are eating, gorging yourself with it. And you're like, actually, this isn't good. I perhaps am addicted to this thing. And you know, it's got to stop because I am going to keep putting on weight and weight and weight. And yeah, not good. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about chocolate, why we love it so much. And if you keep watching, I've got tips for how you can stop with the chocolate. Hi, I'm Vanessa McLennan, and here is where I talk about all things weight loss, emotional eating, and poor eating habits. So click the subscribe button, click the bell if you want to see more videos like this, because I bring one out every single Thursday. So, why do we love chocolate so much? Well, because it's such a feel-good food. When we eat it, the chemical gets released, dopamine, which is that pleasure center in our brain, and we go, oh, we feel so good. It also contains a chemical called theobromine, which when released, it causes us to feel really energetic, it raises our heartbeat, and it can also cause us to be aroused. It's also, do you know, the smell of it. Oh, it smells really good, doesn't it? It's also the taste of it. You know, it's like the texture of it. It's really like thick and it's gooey and it's just so warming. And it's also then full of fat and it's full of sugar, which we know is just not good for us. But it's the human preferred source of fuel because it's so calorie dense. But psychologically, how many times do we see that chocolate is associated with all good positive times? So let's say Valentine's Day, we are given chocolates, there's loads of chocolates in the shop, so it's associated with love. I bet we've been bought presents as chocolates, so again it's like, oh, this person loves me, they buy me chocolates. You see lots of chocolate shops, you know, lots of time and effort has gone into these beautiful creations. So again, it's like, oh, really good positive connotations with it. There are also lots of articles out there in magazines and newspapers telling us how good chocolate is for us, how again it, you know, releases pleasure parts of our brains, and how it's again so calorie dense and how it causes this energy to rise in us, so it's actually good for us. Yeah, no. Perhaps the cocoa part, you know, that cocoa bean is good for us because again it might have some of these reactions, but when it's added in with in a chocolate bar, when it's added with sugar and fat and then milk as well and then maybe preservatives, no, then it's not good for us. So socially as well, have you ever turned around and said, do you know what, I don't like chocolate? And the looks you get, it's like you've just announced that you're an alien. People go, what? You don't like chocolate? You're such a weirdo. Everyone loves chocolate, don't they? Or have you ever turned chocolate down? You know, somebody's offered it to you and they've gone, what? You don't want chocolate? What's wrong with you? Or do you feel pressured into then accepting the chocolate? Oh, it's only a little bit, go on. Oh, everyone else is having some. Yeah, but I made that. So it's oh, you really feel pressured into oh my God, this person's done it. I better eat it. However, really, we know that it's not good for us. It's really not good for our gut health because, you know, it'll be lining our guts there. And also, yeah, too much of it, and it's no, it becomes an addiction. And yeah, as I say, full of sugar, full of fat. It's calorie dense, but it's empty calories. It's the wrong calories for us. We want calories that are going to give us nutritional benefits, not take them away from us. So, is it time to stop? Do you want to stop? Do you not comment below if you're yes, I really need to stop eating this chocolate. How? Just take it away from me. Please sort it out. So, let me go and give you my tips. 2 things that I can help you with to stop that chocolate addiction. So the first one is complete stop, just nothing, cold turkey, complete stop. So this is the method that I did when I wanted to give up chocolate. Now to me, I was thought, do you know, I'm not eating enough. Well, actually, I started off with, my habit was that in the evening, you know, when you're tired, the children have gone off to bed and you just want your time, you just want time to relax and just chill out and go, oh, you know. So with that, then I'd have, you know, a cup of tea, a cup of herbal tea, and I would then have chocolate with it. So it started off with just a couple of squares. Those squares eventually turned into, you know, 2 rows. Then those 2 rows eventually turned into half a 100-gram bar. That half a gram bar, 100-gram bar, then slowly turned into a whole 100-gram bar every single night. And when I got to that point and I was then wrapping it up going, yeah, this isn't good because before I know it, I'm going to be eating 2 bars. And yeah, no wonder I was constantly constipated and coming out in spots all the time. It was not good for me. I knew I had to give it up. So giving it up, I just thought, right, do you know, I've got to like go cold turkey, completely give it up. Oh my God, it was just so hard. I found myself like chewing my fingernails. I was on edge. I was like pacing up and down. I had to clean my house to give me something else to do. So I used a distraction. The cravings are like really, really strong. And I'm thinking, wow, do you know, it was like just 100 grams bar of chocolate. But it was like that for probably about 2 to 3 days, and after that then they got a lot better. And then, do you know, it took me, probably just like a good few days, but after a week I was definitely over it, and it was worth it to go through that, because the craving stopped. I really didn't want it, and then, do you know, I really didn't want to put the rubbish back in my body, because I was feeling just healthier, just like lighter, but actually weirdly enough I had more energy because I wasn't getting that, you know, those energy spikes. So that is one method, but prepare yourself on how you are going to do it. So prepare yourself on what you can use as a distraction, or what you can use as an alternative to chocolate. So again, it might be, you know, one of those healthy, you know, those black pressed fruit bars, something to help you get through it, and just be prepared to stick through it, knowing you will come out the other side. My second tip is, we're going to imagine something totally different. So if you really, really want to give up chocolate, you know, you don't want to do the cold turkey method. You like, do you know, no, I just want somebody to put something else in my head, then try this. So sit down somewhere comfortably, have all, you know, sort of sound turned off around you. Just make sure that you're not going to be interrupted, and just what I really like you to do is close your eyes and just listen to my voice, and just be open to what I'm going to say, and just bear with me. Now, imagine taking yourself off to that place where you normally eat your chocolate. So is it on your sofa? Is it when you come out from doing an activity? Where is it that you normally eat your chocolate? And what I want you to imagine is that you are there at that place now. And you are there and you have got that bar, or you've got the chocolate in your hand. And you're slowly going to unwrap that bar. And what you first of all notice is the smell. Only this time it just smells a bit funny. It just smells a bit off. It smells a bit icky. So just imagine that smell is coming up and it's hitting you at the back of your nose, and it's like actually a bit sickening. As you start to unravel that bar, that packaging, you then notice, oh, actually there are white bits on it. Oh, actually it's just a bit dry, it's a bit crusty. And I wonder if you could really see that, just how those white bits, you know, those white bits that you get on chocolate, are just like, ooh, and it's just a bit like dry as well. It's a bit cracked, it's a bit, ooh, so the smell is coming up as well. As you then unravel a bit more of that chocolate, you then notice it's not chocolate at all. Actually, this looks like dog poo. Actually, it is that dried, crusty white dog poo that you see. And it's making you feel really, really sick right now, because you're just, ooh, it's hitting the back of your throat and you are like feeling ill with it. Then what I want you to do is you're going to bring that chocolate up to your mouth, because you are then going to take a tiny little nibble, and oh, you can feel yourself retching, you can feel yourself heaving, because the smell is just vile. It's hitting you at the back of your throat, and you have it in your mouth right now. And I wonder if you can then start to taste the disgustingness of it, the dryness, the texture of it is just all dry and crumbly, and it's really, really grim. And as you keep eating, you're like just feeling sicker and sicker and sicker, and you then realise that, oh, I can't do this, I really can't do this. So, oh, you go to spit it out, and you get that chocolate, and you then chuck it in the bin, and you're like, do you know what? That's it. I'm never having another one. I'm done with this. I really, really don't like it. And so keep that feeling in your mouth, and keep that feeling in your throat. And really that smell as well is hitting you, so that every time you find yourself wanting to go for that chocolate, you remember this. You remember this taste, the feeling of dog poo. Now when you're ready, you can then come back, you can open your eyes and come back here. So if you were really repulsed by that, then I'm going to be like, sorry, but not sorry, because that's the whole point. We want to like associate our brain with something else. So if you really got into that and you're like, oh, actually I could do more of this, then click on the link below in the descriptions. I'm going to put a full hypnosis session in there just about that, about giving up chocolate. So comment below on what you thought. Which method out of those two would you prefer? What did you think of the dog poo, honestly? But as I say, if you'd like more of it, click on the link in the description and I'll give you the full hypnosis session on that. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I shall see you next week. Thank you.